Hi everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Today is my first video log where I'm giving you a little bit of an inside take on building a business and the challenges and triumphs therein, as well as providing some accountability to myself as far as reporting what I'm doing and how things are going. So with this week, the week of the 13th, it was a decent week, so to speak. My main kind of goal last week, and for the next few weeks at least, is really a doubling down on business development, on finding leads and being able to start putting them through my pipeline. And I met with a couple people last week. One was a company that I thought would be pretty interesting, as well as a former colleague of mine that was potentially looking for help as he was joining a new company. Unfortunately, both went nowhere, at least for now. I think the former colleague one is probably out, whereas the other company might just take a little bit longer to prove my value. And I don't think it's a little as easy as I thought it would be. You show up and say, I'm so great, and they say, you're so great, and let me pay you some money for that greatness. So it's a sales process. It's showing that value over time. And what I plan on doing is really just keeping in touch. The name and the contact have gone into the Rolodex. I have a good sense of what they need and what they're looking for and the industry they operate in. And we'll continue to share interesting thoughts and information as hopefully it comes along and be able to help them even from afar. And will it then progress into something that's monetized? Maybe, maybe not, but I think by and by, it's still a good effort to be able to, one, develop the relationship, potentially monetize it, but also you never know who that person knows. It might recommend or refer me and the services out to somebody else down the line. So no immediate satisfaction on closing a new client, but 2 steps forward. As far as any downside, there wasn't much. There wasn't any active engagements this week. I've been trying to focus a lot more on the person-to-person discussions, more tapping my network, which I felt a little bit reluctant to do because it felt very official once you're doing that. But I think it's time to do that and really start to avoid the false momentum around spending a lot of time doing things that you think are moving the needle, like updating your website for the 10th time or creating new LinkedIn posts or stuff like that. That really is not going to do much for you, not going to build much of a pipeline. It might help for visibility, but again, may not attract the customers that really I'm looking for. So I think those reach outs, those warm introductions as I can get them, are really where things are going to go. And then just having patience that things will take a little bit of time, that people that I think are, companies that I think are slam dunks, may need a little bit of work, or may never work out, but you never know, again, who they know. So with that in mind, for the week ahead, the week of the 20th, my goal here is really to dive a lot deeper into tapping my network, to let them know what I'm looking to do, how I'm looking to do it, and make that direct ask on, can you help me? I found in the past, and I've actually read some interesting research about it, where people generally become a lot closer to you when you ask them for help. And so oftentimes, we think, and I think that, you have to be strong and you can't ask for help, et cetera, but by virtue of asking for help, it makes you vulnerable, it makes you relatable. And so people generally are more than willing, particularly if you built a relationship with them, to help you out, and they want to help you out, particularly if you've given them value in the past, and so they can pay you back. So I'm going to be asking my network for warm introductions, I'm going to be asking for referrals, I'm going to be asking for help this week for probably the first time beyond a very small set of people, and probably something I should have done a few weeks ago, but I think it's the right step forward. And is it going to be immediate, again, payoff? And no, it's not. And I think there needs to be a healthy dose of patience, a lot of conversations. I think there needs to be more work. Another thing I'm going to work on this week is really refining my pitch and the sales process and doing the discovery and understanding the pain points and then talking my book that meets those pain points. So quite a lot more to do, mostly on the sales side, mostly around the networking, those in-person direct conversations, which are easier when you know the people. It just, again, may feel a little bit strange to reach out and ask for help, but this is something that I'm committed to for doing this week. Secondary on the list, I do think the website, though I just talked about that false momentum, is in need of a little bit of a touch-up. Really, again, with that niching down and focusing on what I am actually providing. I can't do everything. I can do some things really well, and focusing on that. So that was the week in the past, and that's the week ahead. And hopefully next week we have some progress. But at minimum, every step forward, every conversation is another brick in the wall. Thank you very much for joining me. I appreciate you being here, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.